Well, today we're looking at a new offering from SJCAM. It is the SJCAM C400. It's their version of a pocket camera. Is it really overhyped, or is it really just not worth it? So like SJ cameras from the yesteryear, you get a ton of accessories with every kit. So you do get a nice little pouch with this that really keeps the camera secure. Open it up, take out the camera. It is a modular design, so you've got the camera module up front. Push on these two buttons, the camera itself comes out. It's got a touchscreen on the front. You've got a 1/4-20 on the bottom, and it does come with a tripod so that you can mount it up. And the rear screen is also a touch screen that flips just like a DJI Pocket 3 or the Extra Muse. And since this is a modular design, you can take the camera pod out. And as you can see right there, I can see myself in the rear screen. Plug this right back in and it's good to go. You've got a little settings button over here to choose between video and photo. You got your record button on the bottom. You got a USB Type-C to charge up this 3,000 milliamp hour battery, and I believe it's a 1,250 milliamp hour battery that's built into the camera itself. With these two docked together, SJCAM claims that you can get up to 7 hours of recording at 4K 30. Well, speaking of 4K 30, let's talk about what this image quality looks like, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. Well, now it's gotten a little bit overcast outside, but it's Texas. So the SJCAM C400. Let's do a quick little audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's supposed to be SJCAM's pocket camera equivalent, kind of like the DJI Pocket 3 or the Extra Muse. But is this a good offering from SJCAM, or is it the same shenanigans as before? Image stabilization is on, it's supposed to be 4K 30. We'll test that here in a little bit. But before we talk too much about video quality, let's look at some photos that were taken with the SJ400.
I've been feeling you, you've been feeling me. Summer loving got me falling, wanting you daily. I've been feeling new, hit me with your heat. Skipping double time on a sunrise heartbeat. It's the rhythm that we fall right into when you're around. Flow like ocean, got the waves of motion, knock me off the ground. One look, you got me, two, you got me softly. 3 strikes, I'm out of my mind, got me tongue-tied, take up all my time. Let's let go and not fight it. I'm ready, let's dive in. I've been feeling you, you've been feeling me. Summer loving got me falling, wanting you daily. I've been feeling new, hit me with your heat. Skipping double time on a sunrise heartbeat. Got that yummy honey, every morning sunny. It's so divine. Sweet, a little salty, got my body calling with the tide. One touch and floating, 2 hearts a moment. 3 words, no lie. Next to me, one and only. Take up all my time.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay, so I said hold up a minute, and there's a reason for that. Because I want to compare this SJCAM C400 against a very old camera. Well, I mean old in considering this is 2026, but the original Insta360 Go3. The Insta360 Go3 records 2.7K, 30 frames per second, where this SJCAM C400 is supposed to record at 4K, 30 frames per second. But let's see the image quality difference. We already know that there's going to be an audio difference. The C400 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Insta360 Go3 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by the way, that's the Go3, not the Go3S, which is 4K. So yeah, tell me, what do you see image-wise? So you see what I mean? Even when it comes to stabilization, and you know, the Go3 has got great image stabilization, and it's how many years old now compared to the C400? SJCAM, I'm going to put it to you like this. Hopefully your new camera is going to be actual 4K. It's actually going to be 8K, since you're kind of ripping off the flip-up screen from Insta360. And that's all well and fine. You've got two lenses in there, two different sensor sizes. That's all great. But SJCAM, before you send me another camera to review, and if you want to send this new camera that you've got out, send it to me. Make sure that it is native 8K or native 4K minimum, and that the audio is better, the image stabilization is better, so that you can actually reclaim some of your yesteryear popularity for being a budget action camera that gave you decent image quality, not this upscale 4K, because this is not 4K, especially if you look at it compared to 2.7K. Massive difference. Massive. You know, this is not the type of review that I like doing, and SJCAM, their last couple of offerings to me have been a flop. And even though that this comes in at just over $200, is there other products out there that may be more worth it than what this is? Considering that this is 2026, this upscale 4K has really got to stop. And I hope that SJCAM, their new camera that they're coming out with, I hope that it is actually 8K. Now I know it's 8K at 24 frames per second, but then again, that's fine, because the original Ace Pro was 8K at 24 frames per second. And if you like that cinematic motion blur, then you want 24 frames per second. But I hope that this new camera is actually a true native 8K and a true native 4K. No more of this interpolated 4K stuff. Please stop, because when you look at the footage between the Go3, not the Go3S, but the Go3 and the C400, massive difference between the two. And here's something else that's kind of, well, I can't say it's concerning, but if you're out and about and you're shooting, you don't want a lot of wait time. So if you look at this right here, you've got the DJI Pocket 3, that when it boots up, it takes roughly 4 seconds, just a little bit over 3 seconds. And then you've got the Extra Muse that takes 3 seconds for it to boot up. And then you've got the C400, which takes a whopping 14 seconds for it to boot up and finally have the screen go. So is there a market for the C400? You know, I'm sure that there are people out there that are on a budget, but when you talk about a budget, $100 to me is a budget. $99, $129. When you start going over $200, that becomes a little bit more than what I consider budget, especially for something that's fake 4K. And I say fake, and I'm just sorry, just have to call it out like it is. The image stabilization is kind of what we're used to getting with SJCAM. And I really hope that their new camera can actually deliver. But right now, the way things are with this camera is something that I just could not recommend at all. I mean, you know, look at an extra camera. You can get the Extra Edge Pro for on sale for like $239. So for a couple bucks more, you get native 4K, you get great low light footage. So low light on this C400, very, very grainy. But then again, you know, it is a budget action camera slash pocket series or pocket style camera. So yeah, in my opinion, it's 2 thumbs down on this SJ400. SJCAM, if you want to send me your new camera and it's really native 4K and it's really native 8K at 24 frames per second, you know what? Forget the 8K. Give me real 4K at 30 frames per second or even 60, but make sure it's native and it's got a really good build quality to it. and it's got really good stabilization, because this is 2026, and when you get companies like Extra that come out, and God forbid you try to compare it to the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, the image stabilization has to be really good, and the audio's got to be really good. Anyway, that's my 2 cents about this SJCAM C400. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and tell me, do you wish SJCAM a lot of success with this new camera, that it's actually going to be something worthwhile? But then again, the question comes in, how much is it going to be? Well, I'm going to catch you in the next review. Bye-bye.